Hey YouTube, this is the Art of Prepping. Thanks for joining me. This is your survival quick tips this week. Personal safety. What about your bubble? I have a bubble, and typically it's like a 3 to 5 foot bubble. Anyone that gets within my bubble, I start to be a little suspicious and to be on guard. Now, around the house, obviously, and in my very small town, I don't really get too overly defensive about this by any means. I'm not overreacting, if you will. So I typically just keep it between around 3 to 4 feet. But when I go to a larger city, I definitely like that 5 foot bubble. That's just me personally, though. Of course, when you're on a sidewalk, it's a lot harder to increase your space between each other. So you have to use common sense, but be very mindful of your environment. Now, when we talk about this, why do we want to have this bubble? Because it doesn't really take that much time at all for someone to get into your space. In just a matter of seconds, someone that's 20 feet away can be right up in your face, and they could have a weapon, or they could even hit you in the with their own hands or kick you. It doesn't take almost nothing in terms of time for someone to close in a short distance. So it's always good to have a little buffer zone. Now, let's talk about three little things, the little tricks, if you will, that people try to do to manipulate you to get a sucker punch or to take advantage of you when you're trying to help them. And this is what criminals are doing right now. This is not so much the top three, but this is three that I've been hearing a lot about. The first thing is that the criminal or the punk will ask you, hey, what time is it? Do you have the time, sir? Good, sir. And they'll be real polite and everything. And then so when your head goes down and you drop eye contact with that person to look at your watch or to pull your phone out to see what time it is, because like a lot of people like me don't even wear a watch half the time, you have just lost some of your situational awareness. And so while your head's down or you're distracted for the moment, because it only takes a split moment for you to be distracted, they'll sucker punch you or have someone come up from behind and attack you. So be very mindful when someone asks, hey, what time is it? Now, most of the time, I'd say almost every time, people are just being genuine. They might just want to know what time it is. But just be mindful in today's world. There's a lot of people that are using this technique to get one over on you. The next thing is the handshake. Someone will say, hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you for a while. And it'll throw you off, and you don't want to be, impolite. So you'll probably try to go to shake his hand or her hand when that's all a ploy, either to grab your hand and pull you forward to throw you off balance and then sucker punch you, or there's different techniques as well that when you put up your hand to shake their hand, they can actually manipulate you there, grab your wrist, turn you, or do other different types of techniques, because now your body is not optimum and they've already closed into your space. So you've allowed them to get too close already. So you got to be careful with the handshake. Of course, this sounds very antisocial, but I'm just talking about if these are strangers that come up on you, you don't know them, there's nothing wrong with stepping back or telling them back off because you don't know them. And we don't typically, just hang out with strangers. And I'm not saying strangers are bad, but let's be honest. In today's world, you just have to be a little more mindful that not everybody has good intentions. Now, the last thing here is people asking for money. They may be able to say, well, you can just say no. And you probably should for the most part. But let's just say that you just feel like you just want to give them $1. They keep on bugging you. Hey, mister, please, I just need a ride, or I just need one more dollar to get public transportation, or I'm so hungry, I'm starving, I haven't eaten for 2 days, and they look like crap, and you may, well, maybe they're really being honest, and they just need $1 for a burger or something. And so please, just $1, I won't bother you ever again. So when you pull out your wallet, they don't have to fight you for the wallet. You've already pulled the wallet out, so they can either grab it or fight you for it right there, or while you have your head down looking in the wallet trying to find $1, once again, you've lost your situational awareness, and so that they can sucker punch you while they grab the wallet, and you wouldn't be the wiser. So be careful. Hopefully this was helpful. These are your survival quick tips. Thanks for watching.